Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, it's our monthly power rankings. Now, this is probably going to be our last monthly power ranking, because as the NFL season gets closer, I'll also have to do my weekly. I don't know about, I think I might do one more monthly one, I might do one more in, like, August one, and then after that, you'll be getting weekly power rankings from week 1 to 18, so stay tuned for that. But, let's just not get too ahead of ourselves in the future, and let's just start this video. So, at number 32, it's been at 32 for a long ass time. It's the Saints. The team got worse. They lost Tyrann Mathieu to retirement. They lost a couple other key players to retirement. This team has gotten way worse since last month, and not overall. Yeah, they gotten pretty bad. The Saints are gonna be a shitty team. Don't be surprised if they stay at number 32 for most of the year. And then at 31, we got the Browns. The Browns was just a mess. They didn't really do much since last month. They kind of just been the same. Training camp, they just kind of look pretty mid. Now, I think I am going to do a power ranking based off of training camp too, but we'll only have but I want to get this video done, so I'm also looking at also I know last couple of times I've been doing the power rankings, I've been yapping about the roster changes. We're also looking into a bit of training camp too, but for now, the Browns are going to be at number 31, and then at number 30 we got the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans kind of stayed the same since last month, but they've been looking pretty good in training camp. I would be surprised if we have the Titans a little bit higher soon, but for now though, we're gonna have it at 30. 29, we're gonna have the New York Jets. The Jets are the Jets, and they're pretty ass. Justin Fields went down with an injury in training camp, but he is coming back, so it's not gonna affect the team that much. But they did extend Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, so that's two things. But those just stay on the team; they're not getting signed. Then at number 27, at 28, we have the Giants. The Giants have been looking the same. They always have the starting quarterback in Russell Wilson. We all knew that. It wasn't even a debate. Jameis Winston sucks, and Jackson Dart's just a rookie. He needs to develop a bit. So just having the Giants still makes a bunch of sense. And then at 27, we do have the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts quarterback room has been looking pretty bad. I still have no faith in Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones can make a comeback, but he's gonna be mid at best still. Overall, Indy, it's kind of like a clown show over there. It's not very good. So yeah, at number 26, we will have the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders, they released Christian Wilkins, which was a big part of the team. Now, he only played 5 games and got injured, but all of the controversies and stuff like that going on with the team, with Christian Wilkins and stuff like that, they're going to go down a bit, so they're going to be at 26. At 25, we got the Carolina Panthers. Now, the receiving core is very good, right? They got Tech McMillan, and they got Hunter Renfrow, which is going to make a big comeback. If you haven't seen my TikTok, you should. I made a whole not in-depth, but I made I made a video on Hunter Renfrow comeback. But I do have the Panthers going at number 25. At number 24, we got the New England Patriots. The Patriots been looking pretty good in training camp. Drake May has been looking good. I still don't think they're going to perform this well in the field. Again, training camp and regular season football, kind of just very different. Training camp, though, it's just training camp. They're training, and then who knows? It could change in the regular season. For now, that's why I'll probably have the Patriots at number 24. And then at number 23, we do have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville, been looking kind of mid out there. They haven't really been doing much since last month in training camp. They kind of just been very quiet. So yeah, 22, we got the Falcons. Just kind of like the same, I guess. Nothing really happened with the Falcons. They kind of just been quiet. 21, we got the 49ers. The 49ers have been also very quiet too. They did sign Eli Apple, but I don't know it's not going to do anything. Then, yeah, they haven't really did much since they kind of just been quiet. They've been a quiet team in the last couple of months since the Bryce Huff trade. Absolutely nothing happened for the San Francisco 49ers. At number 20, we do have the Miami Dolphins. They made a little bit of a roster move. They made a couple roster moves a couple of times. They signed Jack Jones and Mike Hilton now. Though kind of like mid cornerbacks. Maybe Milton is pretty like Hilton is pretty good. Mike Hilton, I think he's pretty good. But other than that, yeah, I don't think the Dolphins. They also signed Dalen Waller, which he's not out of any of the tight ends. I don't see I don't. It's not really a good option. Now, if we did sign, now there's apparently a rumor going on that Noah Fant might be signing with the Dolphins. Just, having a meeting with Chris Creel. If that's the case, then at least that'll be good for the Dolphins. Maybe they'll move up with the Power Rankings. But for now, I'm going to leave them at number 20. At number 19, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, what the hell was that? They haven't done much since last month. So they're just gonna stay at 19. The roster's good, but I don't know how Kyler Murray's gonna perform. I feel like there's gonna be better teams out there. At number 18, we got the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks they released Noah Fant, which was kind of like not a great move for the Seahawks. Not gonna lie, and I do have the Seahawks not being the greatest, but I'm gonna leave them at 18. Again, they haven't really been looking too good, but hey, who knows? They're good. Let's see how they perform in the regular season, eh? At number 17, we do have the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, they didn't do much. They did sign T.J. Watt, though, to a very big contract. 3-year, $123 million deal, if I'm not mistaken. It's... Overall, the Steelers are just a retirement home that people are hyping. It's another 9-8 season, maybe 10-7 at least. Everything else is kind of just mid as hell. And at number 16, we do have the Chicago Bears. They haven't been looking good in training camp. No, not. They've not been looking good, and I'm still debating whether to put them below the Steelers. But if you think about it, the Bears are still developing. Even Ben Johnson talked about it. He's like. They got Caleb Williams. He worked with multiple offensives. Now he needs to get settled in one, so it's going to take a bit for him to develop a bit into that system. But maybe when they get everything all set up, they'll be a good team. But I'm going to have to leave them at number 16. At 15, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, yeah, they got like a shitty defense still. At least Shamil Stewart is signed. At least he's signed. So we're good. But other than that, yeah, no, the Bengals been quiet too. They've been looking like the offense been looking good in training camp. Everything else though, yeah. At 14 we do have the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans have been looking. They haven't really been doing much in training camp. In the last couple of months since signing Nick Chubb. So Joe Mixon is out for a bit though, and that might affect them, but we'll see how Nick Chubb does. But for now, we're gonna have them at 14 and see what happens. At number 13, at number 12, I think. Yeah, 13. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, I haven't heard anything but the Buccaneers. They've been just quiet. So they're just gonna stay on number 13. So yeah. Then at number 12 we got the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have been once again very, very quiet. They have been making much moves. They kind of just been quiet overall. They haven't really been doing much. So we're just gonna leave them at number 12. At number 11, we do got the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so for whatever reason, in my predictions video, if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. I know I'm promoting the fuck out of that video. I put a lot of effort in it. I think it's a pretty good video. For whatever reason, I have the Cowboys in the top 15 team, and I have them going 8 and 9. But the roster's good. The coach is like kind of ass, and the schedule is pretty difficult. So, but the roster, we're going to assume off the roster part, they're pretty good. So that's why I have the Cowboys at number 11. I won't be surprised if they're going to fall down. Then at number 10. Okay, now my screen just despawned. What the fuck? Number 10, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers, they have been. I don't know. They lost. All they lost was Mike Williams to retirement, and that's it. Everything else kind of just been quiet for the Chargers. So yeah, and then at number 9 we have the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Rams could be a little bit higher, but the reason why I do have them pretty low is because lower a bit. It's because Matthew Stafford got injured. He has a back injury. Now who knows? He could start week 1, or he might be out for a bit. I don't know, but the Rams still got Jimmy G to back up, and now Jimmy G is not the greatest, but he is a definition of a system quarterback. He was pretty good in San Francisco, so I don't see why he's not. I don't see why he's not going to be good in Los Angeles. He should be fine. So I'm going to still say the Rams are top 10 team, and they're going to be at number 9. I cannot wait till Stafford probably is injured for way longer. The Rams are mid as hell. Maybe miss the playoffs. They might suck. And y'all be clowning me in my comments in my fucking prediction video, because I have the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Like, oh my god. Alright, anyways, let's just at number 9 I have the Denver Broncos. The Broncos defense amazing, offense mid, been quiet since training camp. Just the Rams since Stafford got injured. So the Broncos are going to still be a top 8 team. I'm high on the Broncos. I am. So that's why I have them at number 8. At number 7, we do got the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings, big question mark is J.J. McCarthy. Everything else, that team is amazing. The coach is amazing. Everything else is amazing. But if you can make Sam Darnold and all the other backup quarterbacks semi-decent, to the point they can win 14 games, I don't see why J.J. McCarthy will win at least 9 games. I think I have the Vikings winning just like 8 or 9 games. But also that's because the schedule is difficult too. Gotta think about that. Anyways, at number 6, we got Detroit Lions. The Lions, they have not been looking. Again, haven't been looking good off season. They lost their center to retirement. They lost their 2 coordinators in Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. They haven't been looking good, but with the confidence they have, they might be looking for a comeback. Who knows? They might be good. They might not. It's just a big question mark. At number 5, we have the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills. Okay, what the hell? Jets. You go back at 29. You don't need to go any lower than that. Or any higher than that. The Buffalo Bills, they're at number 5 because the team is kind of like, the Bills are kind of just mid, they're still a good team, but for now, we're going to have them at 5. There's a lot of other good teams up there. So, yeah, at number 4, we have the Washington Commanders. So, they made one move. They signed Von Miller, and that's not the reason why they moved up a lot of spots, because we all know Von Miller, it's pretty, very old. But I'm not going to contribute with this defense a lot, but Jaden Daniels have been looking very good in training camp. The team been looking good. Now, the only question is if Terry McLaurin going to stay with the Commandos, or is he leaving? And that's the question, because he is holding up for training camp, and now he's faking it. Well, yeah, he has an ankle injury. I feel like he's faking it, though, so he doesn't have to pay for anything. Because did you know that players get fined over $50K a day for not showing up to training camp? Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, same. But I just know. Anyways, but yeah, the Commandos, they might lose Terry McLaurin. And that's the case. They're going to drop a bit, but I still feel like Jaden Daniels will show up and still be a very good quarterback. I feel like that's going to be an MVP season for Jaden Daniels. So it's not going to be a sophomore slump. And the reason why CJ Stroud did have a sophomore slump is because the Texans team was not looking good. Their offensive coordinator wasn't good. And even worse, they have a bunch of injuries on the offense. Alright, at number 3 we have the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens kind of just stay the same since signing Shair Alexander from free agency, so it's not like anything major with them. They were just still a very good team with the top 3. And yeah, then at number 2 is the Chiefs. The Chiefs Super Bowl runner-ups. They've been looking pretty damn well in training camp. Like Travis, you know what? No, I'm not gonna get mad. Travis Kelce has been looking pretty good in training camp. All the other good players. Now the only question is Rashee Rice is gonna stay with the Chiefs, like, cause he is facing a suspension from the Chiefs, and that is pretty concerning. Because who knows, they could apparently get suspended for a little bit. So I don't know what's going on with that, but everything else, so I feel like the Chiefs is going to be overall a good team. And yeah, and at number 1 is no question, it's the Eagles. The Eagles are Jets. You're not 24. Anyways, the Eagles, they have been looking. Well, they haven't done anything, but they're still the defending Super Bowl champions. And okay, we got some breaking news. Courtland Sutton is staying. Wait. Yeah, Courtland Sutton is staying with the Denver Broncos for a full year $92 million deal. Okay, that's cool. Kind of cool. I got that caught on camera. That's gonna add it. Anyways, the Eagles, yeah, they got the best team in all of football. Anyways, back to the Broncos. They just re-signed the wide receiver Courtland Sutton to a 4-year, $92 million extension. Now, is that going? And that's not going to move the Broncos any spots. They're just going to stay the same. But hey, more, I guess more money for Terry McLaurin, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, back. Oh my. Okay. Anyways, back to the fucking power ranking. So the Eagles, pretty good. Overall best ball still in the league, and I feel like this team is going to be probably could go back to back. Why do I have the Rams going to the fucking Super Bowl? Anyways, this is just going to wrap up my power rankings. That was interesting. So if we look, just glance at it for a minute. So yeah, a couple of moves, couple of stays. And overall, I think this might be our final power rankings total. I think the football season I might do an end of a preseason, because then after that I'll probably do a cuts one. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. I'll let you guys know. Or I'll just make it release it whenever I feel like it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. And yeah.